Forces Unit Fox.
Hello, everybody. Oh, such an epic title screen. All right. I made a mistake. The mistake I made was quite substantial. I did not activate progressive scan. And so, when I was viewing the footage earlier from the first stream, I realized, yes, it looks good because it's being converted, it's up-res. It didn't look that amazing. So I'm kind of upset. So Metal Gear may end up being 3 streams. I'm going to do this stream, and then I'm going to try and see if we can run through the game on completely, like, ridiculous mode. Like, if we can do this game some justice. So I don't know how the stream looks. I don't know how it feels and it looks, but if it looks good, the stream do let us know. Look, 2045. I need to replace that battery. So the GameCube basically has like a battery for the date and time and stuff, and if you don't place it. Alright, anyways, enough talk. Start streaming. Yeah, it looks substantially better now. Oh, I hate myself. I can see it already on the display. It looks a lot better. Oh, I hate myself, So, last time we played, we were facing off against Liquid's Hind D helicopter. And that was quite interesting. So now we have to walk all the way down to the elevator. And it's going to take us down to the remains of the helicopter, hopefully, and to the snowfield where we have another boss battle. This last part, I should have just powered through, but then it would have been like a 7-8 hour stream because of the ending cinematics. And I just wanted to... I was so tired and sleepy. I just wanted to end it at that point. Again, there's no purpose to do these at late night except for it's easier for my situation. I get a lot more viewers during the daytimes, but the nighttime is better. Oh, elevator buzzer sound rings. Snake wonders why. Meaning it's overweight, perhaps? Now this is interesting.
Snake, there's something I forgot to tell you before.
What?
There were 5 stealth camouflage prototypes in my lab.
Yeah, so?
If you take out the one I'm wearing, that leaves 4.
Hey, this isn't first grade math class.
I thought I'd get one for you, so I went back to the lab and
Yeah?
the 4 suits were missing. Also, about the elevator that I checked out. It's really strange. It was like someone was intentionally holding it.
When you were riding on it, did the weight limit warning go off?
That's another thing that bothered me about it. The warning went off, and I know I couldn't be over the limit.
How much do you weigh?
About 135. But that elevator had a weight limit of 650
135.
pounds.
Wow,
It
really?
would take at least 5 people to go over that limit.
Look out, Snake. The guys who stole my stealth prototypes are in there with you.
Too late, Snake. Now die!
Couldn't he taken their stealth camo? You know what I mean? Like, couldn't he have just like taken that? What is this thing shooting? There you go. I don't know why there's a flower bag up there, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So. There you go. So in first person, you have to hold down A and Y, so you don't waste bullets. And then you have to, on top of that, hold on Z. And this is as intuitive as the PS2 one, where your hand is just like Greco-Roman wrestling. Everything in order to hold on. Oh my god, this is it. And there's no manual reload until you're out. I mean, I'm not complaining about this game. I'm just complaining in general about the design. We go from one battle to another. This is a cool battle, though. I know she's called Sniper Wolf, but I think she's more of a sharpshooter. Completely arbitrary fact.
Snake, are you okay?
Otacon, were there any other stealth prototypes?
No, there were only 5.
So, this isn't stealth camouflage then.
What are you talking about?
Someone's shooting at me in the middle of this blizzard.
It's her!
Wolf? Sniper Wolf?
Yes, it's her. It's
Why are you
definitely
smiling,
her.
Otacon?
Otacon, you sound like you're happy.
No, I'm not.
So then what is it?
Snake, Please don't kill her.
Are you insane?
Please. She's a good person. You'd know that if you talked to her.
That woman isn't as sweet as you think.
I can see you perfectly from here. I told you I'd never quit the hunt. Now you're mine.
Wolf! No, you can't!
Don't get between a wolf and its prey.
You're pretty good if you can hit me in this storm.
You see, women naturally make better soldiers.
Wolf, don't do this!
Snake, I'm near. Can't you sense me near you?
It's a mistake for a sniper to reveal her location.
You think so? Well, a message from me is a message from death. If I'm close, you will know death is close.
Please, Wolf! Snake! No!
Quiet! Don't get in our way.
Now I'll pay you back for Meryl.
You men are so weak. You can never finish what
Washed.
you start.
What up? What up, G Money Washed? Back in, I mean, the reason I'm playing this is because I heard it is as snowy as this right now. Ooh, there she is. Back in the land of the free. Oh, it's snowier than this. So Snake, better not be complaining, buddy. Washed is playing in whiteout conditions. Oh boy. Where is she? Alright, where are you? The land of the free? Oh, how did I miss? Dude, I'm telling you, sometimes North America can be worse than I miss. Like, you know, it's a weird fact, but sometimes when it's snowing, it's not as bad as, like, it's not as cold. It sounds stupid, but like it's not as cold as sometimes some of those winter chilly days that we get. The emoji sounds a bit louder than you, a little hard to hear. You're beautiful. Aw, thank you. No, it is. I had nobody telling me that. There's nobody with watching. Hold on a second. Let's go into this. Yeah, it could be I bumped up the audio because I just could hear myself on the mic a lot. Yeah, and some of the music is kind of overpowering, right? Good old drum and bass. All right. I turned it down a bit. Thank you. Yesterday I was full of piss and vinegar. Today I'm just full of something. Where are you, wolf? Oof. I hate it. She shoots you, it's like it's completely raw. Which way? Ooh, got it right there. Dude, I should be able to hit her multiple times. Dude, that was a good shot.
No.
Oh my god, I gotta do this. What? I shot her too. Oof. I think they really perfected this in Snake Eater. When we get to the stream of that game, you'll see what I mean. Like, this sniping battle is so not amazing compared to Snake Eaters. But it's interesting. It's interesting. I'm not gonna crap on it that much. Hold on, am I sounding good? I'm not sure if he's gonna. Kujimilo's is long drawn. Yes, he does. You better believe it, baby. He's like, I want you to see Sniper Wolf's feet, and I want you to feel bad. Where'd she go? I think she's here. Yeah. Got it. Easy battle. Even if you use the PSGT, which is the tranquilizer one, you don't see any different cinematic. Which is kind of sad. The game wasn't meant for tranquilizing and not killing people. And I don't like her design. She's supposed to... The 3D design, the Yoji Shinkawa design is supposed to be... This is cool. This is some next level solid snaking. Oh, I love this model of Snake, man. This is the best one. Backflip. Woof. And that shot. And you see the laser sort of like fade away. It's so cool and cinematic. It's the first sharpshooting battle in gaming history. No, yeah, no, but you know what? I know some people that when they faced off against the end, it did take them really long. Like, really effing long to get that battle done. Well, there's a secret in this area that we'll reveal later.
I I've waited for this moment. I am a sniper. Waiting is my job. Never moving a muscle. Concentrating.
Yeah, the first time I played that battle.
I am long shot. You cannot save me. Please, just finish me quick. I am a Kurd.
Kurd.
I have always dreamed of a peaceful place like this.
A Kurd. So that's why you're called Wolf.
I was born on a battlefield.
Kurdish people have had a
raised
very
on
tumultuous
battlefield.
history.
Gunfire, sirens, and screams. They were my lullabies. Hunted like dogs day after day. Driven from our ragged shelters. That was my life. Each morning I'd wake up and find a few more of my family or friends dead beside me.
Dude, this is very...
I'd stare at the morning sun and pray to make it through the day.
This is very...
The governments of the world turned a blind eye to our misery.
topical.
But then, he appeared. My hero, Saladin. He took me away from all that.
Saladin? You mean Big Boss?
I became a sniper. Hidden, watching everything through a rifle scope. Now I could see war not from the inside, but from the outside, as an observer. I watched the brutality, the stupidity of mankind through the scope of my rifle.
This is weird though, because we never get a clear indication that Big Boss met Sniper Wolf. Instead, they put like that weird
I
quiet
joined this
sniper
group of
and
revolutionaries to
in
take my
scantnik lad
revenge on
gear
the
and
world.
but then again,
But
spoilers.
I have shamed
Metal Gear 5's
myself and my
Big Boss
people.
wasn't really
I am no longer
the
the
Big
wolf
Boss,
I was
now was
born
he?
to be. In the name of vengeance, I sold my body and my soul. Now, I am nothing more than a dog.
Wolves are noble animals. They're not like dogs. In Yupik, the word for wolf is Keglanek, and the Aleuts revere them as honorable cousins. They call mercenaries like us dogs of war. It's true. We're all for sale for some price or another. But you're different. Untamed. Solitary. You're no dog. You're a wolf.
Man, Snake is sweet in this game. He's actually
Who
quite
are you?
wise.
Are you Saladin?
Wolf, you spared Meryl's life.
Even when I'm just an onlooker, I don't like to see women or children get hurt.
Rest easy. You'll die as the proud wolf you are.
I finally understand. I wasn't waiting to kill people. I was waiting for someone to kill me. A man like you. You're a hero. Please, set me free.
The man that sold the world, Snake does have that dog in him. No, but like the dialogue, man, the way Snake talks to some of these guys, those moments of
Why?
yeah, their exposition, but they're just so good.
I loved you.
I know, poor Otacon. He loved her, but
What is it?
did she really love him?
My gun. Give it to me.
Again, and even in death, she's making him do things.
She is part of me.
Dude, I hate Otacon in this game. I love him in 2. But in the first game, he's so... Ugh. I don't know. If they do a remake of Metal Gear 1, I hope they rewrite a lot of this dialogue.
Everyone is here now.
Like, remake it properly, you know?
Okay, hero. Set me free.
Although this is probably the only one I like.
Goodbye.
I know, right? You only knew her for a few hours.
Snake, you said that love could bloom on a battlefield.
All right, Oscar Isaac's Metal Gear
But
movie's happening.
I couldn't save her.
I don't think he will, man. The director's not really up to it. He's happy directing RBC commercials and golf commercials and stuff like that.
What are you doing?
You need somebody like...
Returning it to its owner. I don't need a handkerchief.
Why?
She shot her in the
Have any
face.
more
He needs to
tears to
cover
shed.
her.
I'm going to the underground base. We're out of time.
I know.
Again, this
You'll have to protect
characterizes
yourself
Snake
now.
perfectly.
Don't trust anyone.
He is a cold-hearted killer.
Yeah.
But
if
a
I can't
wise
stop
man.
Metal Gear, this whole place will be bombed to hell.
Yeah.
We might not meet again.
Don't lose the codec. I'll be behind you all the way.
You can leave anytime. Get a head start. A head start on your new life.
His new life is with Snake, man. That's the only life. Working at philanthropy.
Snake!
Oh, he does that weird dialogue. What are we fighting?
What was she fighting for? What am I fighting for?
You're yelling it out. You're gonna get shot, man.
What are you fighting for?
Cool scene.
If we make it through this, I'll tell you.
Another way to say shut up and let me do my job.
Okay. I'll be searching too.
She was a cool villain, man. I like Sniper Wolf. The way she described war and current affairs, it's very, very much how like what's happening right now in our world. Better tag. What? I can't open this? 7? Now there is a secret here. But I have to be very careful because there's also a lot of traps here. Basically, the game just gives you everything at this area. all the grenades. Everything you could have asked for is here. The secret is this. Or is it here? There you go.
Colonel, listen to me. I found a parachute near the wreckage of the Hind.
A parachute? You don't think that Liquid survived?
No way. He'd be mad to try to escape by parachute. As soon as he jumped out of the pilot's seat, he'd be cut to ribbons by the rotor blades.
So what's that parachute doing there then?
I have no idea.
A trap?
Either that or a message. To me.
Meaning, I'm not dead, I suppose?
Maybe. But I think it's more like, I'll string you up.
Well, in any case, don't let your guard down.
That's true. I like how Snake has a specific message. Yeah, Liquid's mad, man. Liquid's gonna do crazy stuff. If anyone's gonna jump out of a helicopter with a parachute, it's Liquid. I'm kind of really upset on how good of a villain Liquid is. And just how they botched it, man. They just botched it by killing him and then doing the whole arm thing, and it just, I don't know, man. It just doesn't feel right. And the mine detector thing is because there is something. There is one room at least where there's mines. Ooh, cardboard box. I have all the Nikita votes. Okay, that's the room we're supposed to go. I can't go into 7. See this one. You got all the claymores. This part I remember very clearly. A box, no way. That'll be iconic. Each box has a different thing of traveling around. So this one will take me back to this area. And I didn't know about this level 7 security card. I'm kind of shocked. I thought I knew. I wish the guns had a little bit of recoil. Just a teeny tiny bit. And look at that, all the shell casings like on the floor. This game is really advanced. I'm not even joking. Like, it is really, really advanced. It's just, it's a shame it's stuck under the skeleton of that old Metal Gear 1 system. Now we enter the end game. I'm just gonna kill all guns. At this point, there's no. The foundry is the final place. Oh, am I supposed to? This is bad. Yeah, I'm supposed to like. Can I? No. I can't do that. Oh, it takes so much damage. Oof. Let me take some. And again, the switch to first and third person camera angles is not really the greatest. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm supposed to jump off, land on that, or use those wires carefully placed and make it there. This is gonna be painful though, isn't it? Oh, Snake, no! Something that made the things more convenient with the power tools. Yeah, they did. Yes, they. I'm going to actually use that exploit because it's so convoluted if you don't use it. You have to go all the way to the foundry to do that thing. I should be able to jump through here. But what the game is asking me to do is this. Hey, got it on the first try. I usually don't get that. Come on, good luck. Nice. My only question is, how do I head back? Probably the same way. I like T1000. Yes. Oh, you could do this too. Oh, see, the rats are showing you how to do that. That is cool. Okay, you could have. I could have stealthed that way, but I did the hanging one, which is maybe cooler. Maybe. Let's use some rations. And let's keep this body armor that I have on. Oof, I was a bit too close to that edge. I know, right? Ugh, that's like one of the worst things. Oh, dude, this is one of my favorite cutscenes in the game. Oh, it's gonna be hell. I wish they had more variety of guns. I know Kojima's like, you can't kill people in this game, but it's certainly kind of annoying. You just get one automatic weapon. This is a cool cutscene. I love this. Look, my body armor's on too. And these soldiers feel like they're out of Metal Gear 2. That is so why an explosion? I don't know. Dude. That is sick. That's all you gotta do. In and out. And just shoot. Because auto lock on. Yeah, man, that's pretty cool. Like, because it's a boring ride in the original. I think Ryuki Tamura was just like, dude, just make it fucking effing fun. Sorry. Oh, and then you get another underground elevator. This game is just so epic sometimes. Just imagine that, man. Double, long elevator rides. And this time when you're going down, you see ravens. Now, if you shoot the ravens, he says something. He doesn't like it.
Snake, I've got something to tell you about Naomi.
Oh,
Hunter.
this is that scene.
What about her?
Is this conversation secure?
Don't worry, the monitor's off.
Okay.
Master
What's
Miller.
up?
I was in the FBI too, you know.
I didn't know that. What's your point?
Dr. Hunter's story about her background, about her grandfather being an assistant secretary to Hoover in the FBI,
Yeah?
and then going undercover to investigate the mafia in New York.
Yeah, what about it?
It was all a big lie.
What did you say?
It was really bothering me. Why would she lie about it?
She lied?
She might be a spy.
Ridiculous.
Come on, even a high school student could see past it.
I know.
Didn't Naomi say that her father
He
was
is
Japanese?
quite a legend.
Yeah.
At the time when Edgar Hoover was head of the FBI, there wasn't a single Asian investigator. Also, in the 50s, the undercover mafia sting operations hadn't even started yet. They first started in 1960 in Chicago, not New York.
But
You better check it out. The chief and the president mysteriously dying. That ninja. Too many strange things are happening.
Master
are
Miller
you
actually helped
saying that
Snake a
Naomi
lot.
might be behind it?
I don't know. Either that, or she's working with the terrorists.
Could it be?
If I find out anything, I'll call. In the meantime, be careful.
Yeah, Miller is actually a huge help. Oh, I was about to shoot him. Maybe not. Maybe not great for stream to shoot these ravens. Plenty of C4. I like this whole part of Metal Gear. I wish it was like this the whole time. Because you literally go from one boss fight to the next. I know, the hypocrisy of Naomi Hunter. No, that's the worst part. Oh, man.
What's that?
This fight
Welcome,
may be a little
Cossack.
tough. Dude, look at that, a Gatling gun.
This is the end of the road for you. Right, my friends? They're becoming excited. Ravens aren't scavengers like most people think. They're simply returning to the natural world that which is no longer needed. Sometimes they even attack wounded foxes.
You were the one in the M1 tank? Must have been a tight fit for a big boy like you.
But that was no true battle. The Ravens and I were testing to see what kind of man you were. The judgment is decided. The Ravens say you are a true warrior.
This part's kind of weird, right? Metal Gear has like these weird supernatural things.
Am I hallucinating?
Tight fit for a big boy makes me laugh all the time.
I can't move.
The Raven has put the mark of death upon you.
I should have shot all those ravens.
Blood from the east flows within your veins. Your ancestors too were raised on the barren plains of Mongolia. Inuit and Japanese are cousins to each other. We share many ancestors, you and I.
There's no crows in my family tree.
Well said, Snake.
You ready? I am not fond of snakes, but you are family, so I cannot complain. But there will be no holding back.
I think a crow comes in and he announces the
live in
battle.
Alaska too. You know of the World Eskimo Indian Olympics.
This is fun.
With that strength, you must have been training in the stick pull and four-man carry.
Yes, you are right. But there is another event that I excel at. It is called the ear pull. It's an event where two opponents pull each other's ears while enduring the harsh cold. It tests spiritual as well as physical strength.
You want to pull each other's ears?
The form is different, but the spirit is the same. Rejoice, Snake! Ours will be a glorious battle.
You want to pull each other's ears.
This isn't glorious. It's just plain killing. Violence isn't a sport.
Well, we will see if there is iron in your words.
Dude, this thing. Yeah, right? Ear pulling. Snake just pulls out that stinger. Last minute. He's trying to see what Vulcan Raven's came from. This is cool, man. Matrix style weapon. Dude, the Matrix game couldn't do this. It's a good hint too, because telling you to use the Stinger missile for this guy as well. I know, right? Kojima would have never been able to direct this kind of a scene. This is ridiculous and cool. Sick. I love it. So the idea of this battle is you just plant a lot of claymores. knowing he's coming this way, I'm gonna just do this. Aw, damn it. Ooh, look, the things are starting to fall. Aw, dang. I gotta use the stinger on it. I've really beaten this guy with just claymores. And see, kind of starts blocking. Oh, damn it. Oh, he can't shoot me. I'm gonna get those claymores, man. Oof, my life is lower. This is actually a very fun battle. I must admit. What? How did he see me? And all the bird droppings can make you slip too, for some reason. What? The Ravens are cheating for him now. Dude, he shoots down that missile so fast. There you go.
Just as the boss said, it is my existence which is no longer needed in this world. But my body will not remain in this place. My spirit and my flesh will become one with the ravens. In that way, I will return to Mother Earth who bore me.
I mean, you didn't come out of Mother Earth.
Snake! I will be watching you. Understand? Snake, take this security card. It will open that door.
I would be hesitant to take that card too.
Why?
You are a snake, which was not created by nature.
Ah, true.
You and the boss, you are from another world. A world that I do not wish to know. Go and do battle with him. I will be watching from above. First, I'll give you a hint. The man you saw die before your eyes. That was not the DARPA chief. It was Decoy Octopus, a member of Foxhound. He was a master of disguise. He copied his subjects down to the blood.
As I was
he
telling
drained
everybody in the
chief's
last stream.
blood and took it into himself. But he wasn't able to deceive the Angel of Death.
The Angel of Death? But why go to so much trouble? Why impersonate the chief?
That is the end of my hint. You must solve the rest of the riddle yourself.
Snake, I'll be watching you. Snake proceeds to go inside a locker and then gives all this shit. Oh, so true. I want to make a meme of that. These last few battles, the Chopper, Wolf, and Raven, they're so next to each other. They're beautifully paced. Even this is like beautiful. A little melodramatic, but beautiful.
Snake. In the natural world, there is no such thing as boundless slaughter. There is always an end to it, but you are different.
What are you trying to say?
The path you walk on has no end. No matter how far you go, or how many corpses you crawl over, the killing will never end. It's a future without hope. Hear me, Snake. My spirit will be watching you.
Dude, this is beautiful, but you can't tell me this isn't very anime. Even in the original, the ravens eat him and he's gone. They just up the ante. They're like, okay, instead of an 8, oh, look at that. The cold air that settles near the ground. He just moves his feet and just, ugh. You can't tell me this is not anime. This is so
Snake,
anime.
it's me.
All of it.
Master?
It's about Naomi. Turn your monitor off.
What about Naomi?
Damn. Colonel, is Naomi there?
No, she's away. She's taking a short nap. So what is this about Naomi?
Okay, maybe we'd better let the Colonel hear this too.
Yeah. Go on, Master.
Well, Basically, Dr. Naomi Hunter is not Dr. Naomi Hunter at all.
What?
I thought her story of her background sounded kind of fishy, so I checked it out.
And?
There is an actual Dr. Naomi Hunter. Or I should say, there was one.
Ooh.
But she's not the woman we know. The real Naomi Hunter disappeared somewhere in the Middle East. Our Naomi must have somehow obtained her identification papers.
So then who is she really?
She must be some kind of spy.
A spy?
Yes. Maybe she's been sent to sabotage this operation.
Are you saying she's with the terrorists?
I don't want to believe it either, but she is working for Foxhound.
So, you think she had a part in the uprising?
Or she could be working with some different group altogether.
A different group? It couldn't be.
The Patriots.
Place her under arrest, Colonel.
What?
She's betrayed us, Colonel. She needs to be arrested and interrogated to find out who she's with.
If she's one of their spies, then we're in big trouble.
What do you mean?
Oh, nothing.
Colonel, have you let her in on some kind of vital secret or something? Does this have anything to do with the mysterious deaths of the DARPA chief and the Arms Tech president?
Yes, it does.
I have no idea.
Anyway, we cannot allow her to participate any further in this mission.
Wait a minute. Without her, we can't complete this mission.
I knew it. You're hiding something.
Give me some time. I'll try to get it out of her.
Hurry then. We've got to figure out who she is and what she's doing here.
I understand. Snake, give me some time.
I don't have any time left for you.
Oof. Campbell's never a great character, man. Oh yeah, you hear the Vulcan Raven thing. I wish you could pick up his damn gun. That'd be pretty fun, right? Anyways, they do this whole Dr. Naomi thing. What's key to note is Liquid Snake was doing covert ops and stuff in the Middle East. So, it's a plausible. I like the music in this area. Why didn't you get that? Well, it's a trap. Is he gonna fall over? No, he's not. I know, if it wasn't for those soups, I would have hated Cam. He does make the best soups. But other than that, he is one of the worst colonels I have ever seen. And I have seen everything. Colonel Sanders and Campbell, I don't know. I'm more inclined to go with Sanders. Dude, look at the water. Some of the tech in this game is quite beautiful. As I've said ad nauseum. This is it, man. The last part. We've made it. Snake, do that line. Metal Gear. It's gonna be a codec call, isn't it?
Snake, it's me.
What's wrong? Did you find a good place to hide?
Yeah, thanks to the stealth gear. It looks like they've finished getting Metal Gear
And
ready.
Kojima could never
How do you
make
know
good
that?
suits.
I overheard them talking. Where are you now?
Right in front of Metal Gear. But it's strange.
What is?
There's nobody here. No guards, no mechanics. It's too quiet.
Maybe because they're all ready. They said they even input the PAL codes.
What should I do?
All we can do is use the override system that President Baker told you about.
But I've only got one of the 3 keys. And besides that, like Ocelot said, there's some trick to using the keys.
Leave it to me.
You got some kind of plan?
Well, I'm in the computer room right now. I'm trying to access Baker's private files.
Baker's files? Don't you need a password?
Of course. But there are ways.
Are you a hacker?
Yep.
See
That
his
describes me
glasses
pretty
shine
well.
over when he says he's
Does
a
it
hacker.
look like you can get in?
I don't know yet. I'll give it a try.
I'm counting on you.
Are you a hacker? And his glasses shine over. It's like, ching. Yes, I am. This is cool because the way Metal Gear is set up is very reminiscent of the original games.
Snake, it's me again.
But in
How's it
3D.
going?
Not bad. I just got
Snake,
past his
it's a me,
3rd security
Mario.
level. He was a pretty careful guy.
Do you think you'll break in soon?
I've never met a system I couldn't bust into.
Okay. Keep trying.
Why would you call me for that, Otacon? One shot.
Snake, I did it.
You got past security?
Bingo.
Great. So what do you got?
I accessed the confidential Metal Gear file.
So what about the PAL override system that Baker talked about?
Haven't found it yet.
That's what I need to know.
But Snake, I found something else.
What?
The secret behind the new nuclear weapon. Just as I thought, the nuclear warhead is designed to be fired from the railgun like a projectile. It doesn't use fuel, so it isn't considered a missile. That way it can get around all sorts of international treaties.
Pretty sneaky.
Yes, but effective. And that's not even the scariest thing about this weapon.
I can't wait to hear this.
It's a stealth weapon.
You mean it won't show up on radar?
Yeah. The truth is, they've been working on a stealth missile since the late 70s.
This is all like
Why weren't they able to
real
develop
world
one up
issue
until
stuff.
now?
Because of the missile's rocket propulsion system. It would be picked up by enemy satellites.
Because of that?
But unlike a missile, the railgun doesn't burn any propellant, so it can't be detected by any current ballistic missile detection systems.
An invisible nuclear warhead.
that is scary. though.
Totally impossible to intercept. And on top of that, it's got a surface-piercing warhead designed to penetrate hardened underground bases.
We learned that lesson in the Gulf War.
This thing could mean the end of the world.
It's the ultimate weapon. And from a political point of view, it avoids the problem of nuclear reduction and nuclear inspections. Colonel, is this true? Are you listening?
I'm listening.
It would push back the signing of the START 3 treaty. If word gets out about this weapon, it'd cause a whole world of trouble.
Yeah, it would be nasty. The United States would be denounced by the UN. It could even bring the president down.
Did you know this, Colonel?
I'm sorry.
You've changed, Colonel.
I won't make any excuses.
You've changed,
Snake,
Colonel.
listen to me. This new nuclear weapon, it's never actually been tested. Only simulated.
You mean with VR
I
experiments?
think that's
Yeah,
what stealth means.
That's why
yes,
they were conducting
Snake.
this exercise. They needed to get actual experimental data to back up the simulation.
What were the results of the exercise?
It looks like it went better than they hoped for, but I can't find the data anywhere on this network. You'd think the data as important as that would be carefully recorded.
It was. President Baker gave me an optical disc with all of the test data.
And then
What?
Ocelot took
You
it.
still have it?
No, Ocelot took it from me.
Damn.
The terrorists have replaced the dummy warhead with a real warhead. Once they input the detonation codes, they should be ready to launch.
So, you think they can do it?
Well, the dummy warhead was designed to be identical to the real thing, so I think so.
Did you find out how to override it yet?
Not yet. It must be in a separate file. Right now I'm...
Yeah. There's a camera here. Oh, on the lower floor there's a camera.
Huh?
Was there a noise just now?
The only noise is you. Going down, my friend.
Snake.
Did you find it?
No, I haven't found out about the
Oh
override
my God,
system
Otacon.
yet. But I found Baker's ulterior motive.
He's just looking to get rich, isn't he?
That's part of it. Arms Tech is in much worse financial trouble than...
Yeah. I don't care about arms tech. This is Kojima just having his fun. The amount of fluff. Dude, the railgun is literally right here. This is a cool cinematic. I know, right? How he's supposedly a great hacker. Snake, you genius. That's how you go over a door.
I've entered the PAL codes and disengaged the safety device. We can launch anytime.
There's still no response from Washington. It looks like we'll have to show them that we mean business.
Should I set it for Cherniton, Russia?
No. There's been a change. The new target is Lopnor, China.
China?
Why, boss?
Liquid.
I'm sure neither you nor Mr. Golukovich would really like to see a nuclear bomb dropped on your motherland, right?
But why? There's nothing there.
Wrong. It's a nuclear test site.
A nuclear test site.
If we nuke a major population center, the game's over. But a nuclear explosion at a test site can still be concealed from the public.
It's very
Meanwhile,
smart.
Washington will be worried about the retaliatory strike from China.
That'll probably mean top-secret talks between both countries' leaders.
Of course. And in the process, the president will be forced to divulge the existence of a new and highly destabilizing nuclear weapon to the Chinese. What do you think that will do to the US's reputation? Or the president's?
And with the CTBT, that means that China and India... I see.
We all forget that the president can sink far
Yes.
lower.
When the other
and not
countries
be
hear about the new
replaced.
weapon, they'll all want to contact us. Washington won't be very happy when we start selling their own system to the highest bidders. Yes, the president will break. He will give in to our demands.
But the president that they're
Big Boss's
China.
DNA and $1 billion.
$1 billion. All for money.
That money will be used to cure our genome soldiers as well. I'm also including the Fox dye vaccine in our demands.
Fox dye. It killed Octopus and the Arms Tech president. So it's true that it affects older people first. Mantis might not have been affected because he wore a mask.
Wolf wasn't infected either. Perhaps due to those tranquilizers she always took.
Something to do with amphetamine and adrenaline levels in the blood. They deployed a product still in development into live combat. No surprise it was unreliable. They must have been desperate.
In
I like
any
his clothes.
case, have you heard from your friend Colonel Sergei Golukovich at Spetsnaz yet?
Sergei Golukovich.
He still has doubts about the ability of Metal Gear.
That's the guy you see in Metal
He
Gear
said we
2.
can talk after Metal Gear's test launch is successful.
He's a very prudent man.
I know, Liquid is so pretending he
There's
didn't
nothing
see
to worry
Snake.
about. The Colonel wants Metal Gear and a new nuclear weapon so bad he can taste it. If Russia wants to regain its position as a military superpower, they need to reinforce their nuclear arsenal. They need a nuclear weapon that can't be intercepted. Metal Gear will allow them to gain first strike capability over the rest of the world.
Their regular army is in shambles, and they think they can restore their country's military power with nuclear weapons? That Galukovich, he's no warrior. He's a politician.
Maybe so, but he's the one who gave us the Hind and most of our other heavy firepower.
He's got over 1,000 soldiers under his command. If we joined forces, we could put up quite a resistance here. Since Mantis died, the Genome Soldiers' brainwashing has started to wear off. I'm worried about the men's morale. An alliance with the Russians would boost that as well.
What are you saying?
We're not going anywhere. We're going to dig in here. It's going to be a long war.
We could still escape.
We have the new nuclear power, and we're going to ally with Galukovich's forces.
Are you going to fight the whole world?
Outer heaven.
And what's wrong with that? Fighting the whole world? From here, we can launch a nuclear warhead at any target on this planet. A nuclear warhead invisible to radar and totally immune to interception. And on top of that, this base is full of spare nuclear warheads. Once we get the DNA and the money, the world will be ours.
But boss, what about your promise to Colonel Galukovich?
I have no interest in the revival of Mother Russia.
You're not thinking of reviving Big Boss's dream.
From today, you can call this place Outer Heaven.
Oh, baby.
Big Boss's dream.
Boss, you're not worried about the PAL being overridden? If the code is entered again,
He
it'll be
sees him.
deactivated.
No need to worry. The DARPA chief and the arms tech president are both dead.
Does Snake know how the override system works?
You interrogated him, don't you know?
He didn't have any keys on him.
Good. Then no one can stop Metal Gear now.
So they waited to have this discussion.
By the way, what should we do with that woman? Want me to kill her?
Let her live. She's Campbell's niece, and Snake cares for her. We'll keep her as our ace in the hole.
Meryl, she's alive.
Snake, I found Baker's top secret files.
Great job.
How's it going there?
They've finished inputting the PAL codes. So, how do we deactivate them?
Okay, you see, the override system that the President was talking about, it can also be used to input the detonation codes.
Snake
You
is
see,
supposed to have a
if you insert
300
the keys when the warhead
IQ,
is active,
but couldn't
you
tell they were on
deactivate
to
it.
him.
And if you
Yeah.
insert them when it's inactive, it
Street
becomes
smarts
activated.
versus
And
book
you can
smarts.
only use the keys once.
Only
Snake's
one
a
song.
nerd.
You need the keys for input. 3 of them.
But I only have the one. Where are the others?
Hold on a minute. You see, that's the trick. You already have all 3 keys.
What are you talking about?
The card key is made of a shape memory alloy.
Shape memory alloy?
Yes, it's a material that changes shape at different temperatures. The key is made out of it.
This card key?
Yeah. The card key changes shape at different temperatures.
So this key is actually 3 keys in one. Clever.
Can you see the input terminals in the center of the control room?
They're both
I see
looking at the
them.
camera and they see Snake. Dude, you don't need binoculars. Come
Those
on.
3 laptop terminals are for the emergency input. There's There should be a symbol on each screen. Each symbol corresponds to a different key. You input the keys in order from left to right. The left one's for the room temperature key. See the symbol? Next to that goes the low temperature key. The one on the right is the high temperature key.
Okay, I got it. First I change the shape of the card, and then I input them in order, right?
That's right. All you do is insert the card keys. After you insert the key into the module, a hard disk reads the information contained on it. Once you've finished with all 3 terminals, the code input process is complete. But here's the thing. You can only use the key 3 times. It's an emergency system, and it's only meant to be used once.
The world is riding on that key, Snake.
That's a pretty good detailed key, man.
Who's that?
Oh no.
Snake! This is bulletproof glass. There's no way in. I'll enjoy watching you die.
Snake, you've got to get that key.
Snake, put the square pegs in the square hole. Do it. Oh wow, it loads that one area? Really? And they're like laughing and watching Snake. This is interesting. I wonder what Master Miller has to say about this.
You lost the card key? Hurry up and find it. They've already entered the detonation code. The only way to stop that launch is to lock the system by re-inputting the detonation codes. If you use the mine detector, you should be able to find the key, even if it fell into the drainage ditch. Whatever you do, find that key.
Thanks, Master. Or should I say, thanks, Miller? I don't know why he keeps calling him Master. Bro thinks he's Jesse from McStory Mode. Surface, what up? I didn't know that the mine detector could find the key. That's pretty cool.
Snake, did you find the card key?
No, it's not here.
Don't be ridiculous. You saw it fall into the drainage ditch, didn't you? The drainage ditch. Isn't there something odd about it?
No. There are a lot of big rats, though.
That's it, Snake. A rat must have eaten it.
Now who's being ridiculous?
No, I'm right. There's no other possibility. Rats eat all sorts of things. There's nothing unusual about that.
Oh, Master, you've lost your edge. He's saying a rat ate the key. That's not the real Master Miller, that's why. Good Surface. Get some breakfast, man. Get some food in you. I mean, some people eat breakfast. I certainly do. Some people that don't, eh? Oh, I hope this is not one of those situations where I can pick up the key. Oh, I picked up a time bomb? That's great. Dude. I did not know I picked up a time bomb. Oh, see that rat? That was it. There? Yeah, there he is. There he is. How do I get him? Do I use a sniper rifle? This is fun. Last time it was in the drainage ditch. I didn't realize that could happen. What do I do? Shooting rats is hard. Oh my god, this is so difficult. Oh my god, this is so stupid. Okay, let's stay here. This is dumb. Using a sniper rifle to kill a rat. I know it's a little overpowered. Maybe I should. I mean, what do I gotta lose, right? Damn it. Well, something happened there. What? No way. No way. He did eat it. Miller wasn't lying. You know, I found it in the drainage once or twice before. So I guess that event is randomized? That is interesting. Unique. Certainly not what I expected. And I think it is from the original game. And miraculously, they're all gone. Look, Snake, the camera. The camera that you refused to take out. Now, all of this is from the original, supposedly. Yeah.
PAL code number 1 confirmed. Awaiting PAL code number 2.
Okay, that takes care of PAL code number 1.
And isn't it curious that they're not
Now,
in the room?
PAL number 2. Freeze the key.
Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So how do you do that? That bit is over here. So originally, this is the bit that they added. They didn't have this in the original, but frustrations of getting this stuff done caused them to add this bit. So what you do is, in the original, in order to freeze the thing, you would have to go all the way to the freezing area where you fought Vulcan Raven. So in this version, you have this. And you have to press it on, just time it. And see, this is freezing. And now it's done. And that's it. So this makes it so much faster. I'm still upset too, Waterwash. The camera was like pointing directly at him. And this level 300 IQ boy couldn't figure out. But again, Snake's not street smart, you know, book smart. And again, it's just like, I would be like, yo, why is the room opened? But again, it's like, it's a game. It's a game. And it's an anime game at that. And we were young when we fell in love with this game, right? Standards in writing and stuff has changed so much. Narrative structures and the way we keep elevating the arts. Suddenly a game like this is
PAL code number 2 confirmed.
would be kind of funny.
PAL code number 3.
Okay, there goes PAL code number 2. Next comes PAL number 3. Warm the key.
Warm it. I'm gonna put it between my butt cheeks. It'll warm it nice. Then, and only then, Metal Gear. That's not what Snake says. I'm just saying that. Because it's funny. Or maybe it's not funny. But that's what I would do if I was Snake. That PAL key doesn't look that big, man. Warm it up. And you're set. Right, it's this area. Oof. If you miss that, I think you can die. That's how,
Snake, it's about Naomi Hunter.
Then you should talk to the Colonel. He's looking into it.
Turn your monitor off.
Okay, it's off.
can't you do
No one else
that,
can hear
though?
us. Go ahead.
That would be pretty
Sorry.
funny, though.
I didn't want the Colonel to hear.
Okay, so what's up?
I've got a good friend in the Pentagon.
Yeah.
He's the one who told me about it. It looks like the DIA recently developed a new type of assassination weapon.
An assassination weapon?
Snake, have you ever heard of something called Fox Dye?
No. Fox dye? Liquid and the others were talking about it.
Yeah. It's some kind of virus that targets specific people. I don't know all the details, but...
What are you trying to say?
It's too similar.
What is?
The cause of death. Didn't the Arms Tech president and the DARPA chief, Decoy Octopus, die of something that looked like a heart attack?
DARPA, oh, his lies are unfurling.
Apparently, Fox Die kills its victims by simulating a heart attack.
No. You're telling me that Naomi was behind it?
Snake, try to remember. Did Naomi give you some kind of injection?
The nanomachines.
She was in the best position to have done it, but I don't know what her motive was.
Does the Colonel know?
I'm not sure, but he still hasn't questioned her.
Okay, I'll ask him myself. Colonel, what's new with the Naomi situation?
I just placed Naomi under arrest.
Arrest?
She was sending coded messages toward the Alaskan base. I didn't want to believe it, but she must be working with the terrorists.
Are you sure?
I'm afraid so. She's being interrogated now.
What kind of interrogation?
Well, I'd like to avoid the rough stuff, but we don't even have any sodium pentothal here.
Call me if you find out anything.
So, it's true, isn't it?
Naomi, I can't believe it.
That means the Fox Die vaccine must be around somewhere.
Is that all you think about?
But Snake, you might be infected too, you know.
All I can do is leave it up to the Colonel.
Ooh, my grip strength improved. So yeah, the Fox Die vaccine. There is no vaccine, supposedly, right? Oh my god.
Snake, can you hear me? It's
Naomi.
Naomi.
Naomi? What the hell?
Campbell and the others are busy right now. I'm on a different codec.
Naomi, is what the Colonel says true?
Yes, but not everything I said was a lie.
Who are you?
I don't know anything. My parents' faces, my name... The name and ID I have now I just bought. But the reason why I study genetics, that was true.
Oh my god, she's gonna go about her life story.
That's right. I want to know where I came from. My age, my race, anything.
Naomi.
I was found in Rhodesia sometime in the 80s. A dirty little orphan.
Rhodesia? What's now known as Zimbabwe?
Yes. Rhodesia was owned by England until 1965, and there were lots of Indian laborers around. That's probably where I got my skin color from, but I'm not even sure about that.
Naomi, you're too worried about the past. Isn't it enough to
So
understand
she's supposed to have Indian origins, and yet
Understand
in
who
Metal
I am
Gear...
now?
Yeah, I think she
Why
looks
should
Indian
I?
in Metal Gear
No one
4.
else tries to
Yeah, I'd say
understand
so.
me. I was alone for so long, until I met my big brother. And him.
Your big brother?
Yes. Frank Yeager.
What?
The ninja.
He was a young soldier when he picked me up near the Zambezi River.
Zanzibar.
I was half dead from starvation, and he shared his rations with me. Yes. Frank Yeager. The man who you destroyed was my brother and my only family.
No. Gray
Gray
Fox.
Fox.
We survived that hell together, Frank and I. He protected me. He is everything to me. The only proof I have of my existence. Of my existence as an individual.
And he brought you back to America?
No. I was in Mozambique when he came.
Big boss.
Who's he? You mean Big Boss?
Yes. He brought us to this land of freedom. This America.
Land of freedom where
But then he
Water
and my
Watch
brother went back
resides.
to continue the war.
And Surface.
And that's when it
And
happened.
so many other free people.
You killed my benefactor and sent my brother home a cripple.
And where I
vowed
reside in my
revenge and
heart.
joined Foxhound. I knew it was my best chance to meet you, and I prayed for the day that I would.
So, were your prayers answered?
Yes. I waited 2 long years.
To kill me? Is that all you cared about?
Yes, that's right. 2 years. You were all I thought about for 2 long years. Like some kind of twisted obsession.
Do you still hate me?
Not exactly. I was partly wrong about you.
What about Liquid and the others?
I'll have my revenge on them too.
Naomi, you didn't kill that doctor too, did you? The one that used Grey Fox for his genome experiments.
Dr. Clark? No. That was my brother. Afterward, I covered it up and helped him hide out.
So that ninja, I mean Grey Fox, he's come here to kill me.
I don't think so. I think he just came here to fight you. I wasn't sure before, but now I think I understand. A final battle with you. That's all he lives for. I'm sure of it.
Fox. Naomi, tell me something.
About Foxdie? Foxdie is a type of retrovirus that targets and kills only specific people.
Alright.
First, it infects the macrophages in the victim's body.
Oh my god, this game is
Foxdie
so
contains smart
exposition.
enzymes.
And just like the original.
Created through protein engineering. They're programmed to respond to specific genetic patterns in the cells.
Those enzymes recognize the target's DNA?
Right. They respond by becoming active and using the macrophages. They begin creating TNF-epsilon.
Huh?
It's a type of cytokine, a peptide which causes cells to die. The TNF-epsilon is carried along the bloodstream to the heart, where they attach to the TNF receptors in the heart cells.
And then, they cause a heart attack.
The heart cells suffer a shock and undergo an extreme apoptosis. Then, the victim dies.
I mean, there's nothing like waking up in the morning and
You
learning
mean the
about
heart cells commit
biology,
suicide?
right?
Naomi,
What?
you must have programmed that thing to kill me too, right? Do I still have time? Naomi, I don't blame you for wanting me dead, but I can't go yet. I still have a job to do.
Listen, Snake. I'm not the one who made the decision to use Foxdie.
You weren't?
No. You were injected with Foxdie as a part of this operation. I just wanted to let you know that... No. That's not the whole truth.
Huh?
The real thing that I wanted to tell you was, Snake...
Hey! What are you doing?
Snake.
Naomi?
Snake, I can't allow Naomi to make any more unauthorized transmissions.
What?
Naomi's been removed from this operation.
What happened to Naomi? What did she mean when she said that Foxdie was a part of this operation? Colonel, let me talk to her.
I won't. She's under arrest.
Colonel, you double-crossed me.
Snake, there's no time for that. Right now.
Man, Colonel's not a good guy. I wish Nastasha would comfort me.
This is Nastasha Romanenko. A pleasure to work with you, Salad Snake.
You're the nuclear specialist that the Colonel mentioned.
That's me. You can...
Let's talk to Nastasha.
Nastasha, I'm gonna ask you one more time. Do you know anything about Foxdie and the real nature of this operation?
Sorry. I have not been told anything about that.
That's funny. The Colonel said almost exactly the same thing. Sorry. I didn't mean to sound sarcastic. I believe you.
Oh, yeah, don't hate on Nastasha. She's hot.
Good. You found a SOCOM. That's a Special Operations Command pistol. It's a .45 caliber pistol with...
God, I should have called Nastasha the entire mission. Believable, reliable, hot-looking image. Instead, I was talking to Naomi and Otacon and Campbell and his toucan soup. All right, here it is. Guess when you think it's going to be a crazy battle.
PAL code number 3 confirmed. PAL code entry complete. Detonation code activated. Ready for launch.
What?
No! Why? I deactivated it.
This is the best one.
Thank you, Snake. Now the detonation code is completed. Nothing can stop Metal Gear now.
Master, what's going on?
You found the key, and even activated the warhead for us too. I really must express my gratitude.
Betrayal after
Sorry
betrayal.
to have involved you in that silly shape memory alloy business.
What are you talking about?
We weren't able to learn the DARPA chief's code. Even with Mantis' psychic powers, he couldn't read his mind. Then Ocelot accidentally killed him during the interrogation. In other words, we weren't able to launch the nuclear device, and we were all getting a little worried. Without the threat of a nuclear strike, our demands would never be met.
What do you mean?
Without the detonation codes, we had to find some other way. That's when I decided you might prove useful, Snake.
What?
Well, for starters, I had Decoy Octopus disguise himself as the DARPA chief. We thought we'd get the info from you, but there was Fox Die.
You mean you had this plan from the beginning? Just to get me to input the detonation code?
Accidentally killed
You
him.
didn't think you made it
Yeah,
this
that's the
far
best
by
part.
yourself, did you?
Who the hell are you?
In any case, the launch preparations are complete. Once the world glimpses the power of this weapon, the White House will have no choice but to surrender the Fox Die vaccine to me. Their ace in the hole is useless now.
Ace in the hole?
The Pentagon's plan to use you was already successful in the torture room. Snake, you're the only one who doesn't know. Poor fool.
Who are you anyway?
I'll tell you everything you want to know. If you come to where I am, that is.
Where are you?
Very close by.
Snake, that's not Master Miller.
Campbell, you're too late.
Master Miller's body was just discovered at his home. He's been dead for at least 3 days.
What?
I didn't know because my codec link with Master was cut off. But Mei Ling said his transmission signal was coming from inside the base.
So who is it?
Snake, you've been talking to...
Me, dear brother.
Glasses off and he opens his phone.
You've served your purpose. You may die now.
I need my gas mask. Huge, huge reveal. Call Otacon.
Snake, that's bulletproof glass. You can't break it with an ordinary weapon.
Can't you open the security lock here?
I'll try. Just hold on for a minute.
This should be easy.
I hacked into security. Snake, I'm open.
Thank you, Otacon. And you see Liquid walking.
Liquid!
Liquid.
Snake, did you like my sunglasses? Oh, you'd point a weapon at your own brother?
Why did you disguise yourself as Master?
So I could manipulate you more easily. You performed quite well, I must say. Although the boys at the Pentagon are probably saying the same thing.
What the hell are you talking about?
Following orders blindly with no questions asked, you've lost your warrior's
This is
pride
great.
and become nothing more than a pawn, Snake.
What?
Stopping the nuclear launch, rescuing the hostages.
Boogeyman, what up?
It was all just a diversion.
A diversion?
The Pentagon only needed you to come into contact with us. That's what killed the Arms Tech president and decoy octopus.
You don't mean...
That's right. You were sent here to kill us, so they could retrieve Metal Gear undamaged along with bodies of the Genome soldiers. From the beginning, the Pentagon was just using you as a vector to spread Fox Dye.
Fox Dye? It can't be. Are you telling me Naomi was working with the Pentagon?
They thought she was, but it seems that Dr. Naomi Hunter couldn't be controlled so easily.
What?
We've got a spy working in the Pentagon. He reported that Dr. Hunter altered Fox Dye's program just before the operation, but no one knows how or why.
I wonder. Maybe they arrested her so they could find out the answer to that.
No doubt. But I had no idea she was motivated by such petty revenge. We still don't know what changes she made to Fox Dye's program. Oh well, doesn't matter. I've already added the Fox Dye vaccine to my list of White House demands.
Same, Boogeyman.
There's a vaccine.
We've been gone for a while. Like,
There must
I think
be. But that woman is
10
the only
days, but it
one
felt
who
like
really
forever.
knows. Anyway, it might prove to be unnecessary.
Yeah? Why's that?
Oh, wait a minute. Did Boogeyman
You
also
were
go on a
successful
vacation?
in coming into contact with all of us, so we must have all been exposed to the virus. It's true that the Arms Tech president and decoy octopus were killed by Fox Dye.
Liquid is so
But
acrobatic.
Ocelot, myself, and you, the carrier, were apparently unaffected.
A bug in the virus's programming?
Could be. In any case, if it doesn't kill you, then I'm not worried either. After all, our genetic code is identical.
So it's true.
I like these
You and
cinematics.
I are...
Yes, twins. But we're not ordinary twins. We're twins linked by cursed genes. Les enfants terribles. You're fine. You got all of the old man's dominant genes. I got all the flawed, recessive genes. Everything was done so that you would be the greatest of his children. The only reason I exist is so they could create you.
So you're saying I'm the dominant one?
That's right. I'm just the leftovers of what they used to make you. Can you understand what it's like to know that you're garbage since the day you were born? But I'm the one Father chose.
So that's why you're so obsessed with Big Boss. Some warped kind of love.
Ha! Love? It's hate.
I know.
His choosing me knowingly to be the inferior
Blonde,
one.
blue-eyed.
For this,
I mean, Snake
want
is also
revenge.
supposed to have
You
light blonde
don't
hair
even
as well.
understand this.
Or sorry,
You
dark
who
blonde.
could kill your own real father.
In the beginning,
You
there's like a
stole my
prologue where
chance for
he
revenge.
dyes his
Now
hair.
I'll finish
It's in
the
this
work
game. I'll
that
show you.
Father began. I will surpass him. I will destroy him.
And he's supposed to cut his hair and dye his hair because he looks exactly like the boss,
Well,
the
I'm
terrorist
not
king.
like you.
This guy.
Unlike you, I'm proud of the destiny that is encoded into my
In actuality,
genes.
Liquid is the real twin. Snake is the...
You missed your last chance. You'll regret that forever.
You find out in Metal Gear 5 that even in this game they tell you this.
Kneel down and sacrifice yourself to this historic weapon.
This movie would be great with Owen Wilson and Luke Wilson.
Now, you shall bear witness to the demon weapon that will drag the world
Into the 21st century.
struggling. Stay afloat.
It's moving. But how do I stop it?
This is cool. I love this. Owen Wilson as the Clue to be great. Wow. Whatever people may feel about this game, I'm just glad this moment exists in high definition or Metal Gear 2's engine to see Snake against Metal Gear. And I love this part. That is sick. He tries to take on Metal Gear like Batman. I love it. And this part, man, I love that scene. That image of Snake and this Metal Gear in the foreground. This should be a pretty standard battle, I think. You just throw a couple of chaff grenades. And then you have Stinger missiles. Oh, why do I have the gas mask? I should have the body. The radome. Ration. Body armor. That's the only thing that matters. I like the drum and bass music. It's listening for you. No, the Stinger, come on, man. There you go. This is my favorite collection of game cinematics of all time. And you'll see why.
Did that do it? Damn!
Nice try, Snake!
A name from long ago. It sounds better than Deep Throat.
So it is you.
You look terrible, Snake. You haven't aged well.
I'll send you back to hell!
Dude.
Fox, why? What do you want from me?
I'm a prisoner of death. Only you can free me.
Fox, stay out of this. What about Naomi? She's hell-bent on taking revenge for you.
Naomi.
You're the only one who can stop her.
No, I can't.
Why?
Because I'm the one who killed her parents. I was young then, and couldn't bring myself to kill her too. Oh, I felt so bad that I decided to take her with me. I raised her like she was my own blood, to soothe my guilty conscience. Even now, she thinks of me as her brother.
Fox.
Outwardly, we may have seemed like contented brother and sister. But every time I looked into her eyes, I trembled with fear. Tell her for me. Tell her that I was the one who did it.
This is pretty much an adult soap opera.
We're just about out of
Or
time.
gamer soap opera.
Here's a final present from Deep Throat. I'll stop it from moving.
Second best scene. Or actually, favorite scene. Dude, Matrix seats are hard up.
In the Middle East, we don't hunt foxes, we hunt jackals. Instead of foxhounds,
We use Royal Harriers!
Fox! How strong is that exoskeleton of yours? Snake, are you just going to sit by and watch him die?
A cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal!
Did it. The radome is gone.
He destroyed the radome.
Impressive! You are indeed worthy of the codename Fox. But now you're finished!
Now, fire the stinger!
Fox! Can you really shoot? You'll kill him too!
This is a dumb moment. Snake should have just shot.
Now, truly die.
It's no good. I can't do it. It's no good. I can't do it.
From the battle.
Snake Gypsy keeps saying it's no good, I can't do it.
I can't do it.
Truly dead. An undying shadow in a world of light.
No, I can't do it.
Soon.
Even though it's kind of cheesy and stuff, man, I get like emotional. Because I still think about when I first played this game and I thought it was the greatest thing. The original and this soap opera story is it's just too much, man. It's so good. Guilty pleasure.
Fox! Snake! We're not tools of the government or anyone else. Fighting was the only thing I was good at. But at least I always fought for what I believed in. Snake. Farewell. Fox!
Foolish man! When death is entreated, the battle is decided. You see, you can't protect anyone.
I know, it's so sad.
Not even yourself.
He was the only character that was probably the anchor in the game. Like as the game goes on, it gets more and more emotional, and Gray Fox was just the small bits that he was there was so cool. And I really thought Snake would take up his sword, but sadly he didn't.
Die!
If only the
There
game
you are!
managed to match. Cool. And just because it's Babel, you can go into first person and it becomes like a cheese fest. You literally just go in and out like this. And that's it. That's like the last big battle.
Snake! I'll crush you into dust!
And that's how you find Metal Gear Rex in 4. Like leaned up against the wall. They didn't change anything. So that was pretty cool. But Liquid Douchebag survives.
Sleeping late as usual, eh, Snake?
Liquid Canadians?
You're still alive.
A Snake.
I won't die. As long as you still live.
Too bad. It looks like your revolution was a failure.
Just because you've destroyed Metal Gear doesn't mean I'm done fighting.
Fighting? What are you really after?
The restoration of the era when warriors such as us lived as we should.
That was Big Boss's fantasy.
It was his dying wish. When he was young during the Cold War, the world needed men like us. We were valued then. We were desired. But things are different now. With all the liars and hypocrites running the world, war isn't what it used to be. We're losing our place in a world that no longer needs us. A world that now spurns our very existence. You should know that as well as I do. After I launch this weapon and get our $1 billion, we'll be able to bring chaos and honor back to this world gone soft. Conflict shall breed conflict. New hatreds will arise, and our own biosphere shall steadily expand.
This guy is so.
But as
on the
long
Joe
as there
Rogan
are people, there will always be war.
But the problem is balance. Father knew what type of a balance was best.
Is that the only reason?
Isn't that reason enough for warriors such as us?
I don't want that kind of world.
Ha! You lie! So why are you here then? Why do you continue to follow your orders while your superiors betray you? Why did you come here? Well, I'll tell you then.
You enjoy the killing. That's why.
You enjoy all the killing. That's why.
What?
Are you denying it? Haven't you already killed most of my comrades?
That was...
I watched your face as you delivered the coup de grace. Oh, it reflected such vitality.
You're wrong.
There is a killer inside you. You don't have to deny it. We were created to be that way.
Created?
Les enfants terribles. The terrible children. That's what the project was called. It started in the 1970s. Their plan was to artificially create the most powerful soldier possible. The person that they chose as the model was a man known then as the greatest living soldier in the world.
Big Boss.
But Father was wounded in combat and already in a coma when they brought him in. So they created us from his cells, with a combination of 20th century analog cloning and the super baby method.
Super baby method?
They fertilized an egg with one of Father's cells, and then let it divide into 8 clone babies. Then they transferred the clones to someone's uterus, and later intentionally aborted 6 of the fetuses to encourage strong fetal growth. You and I were originally octuplets.
Octuplets?
Yes. The other 6 of our brothers were sacrificed to make us.
Actually, there's 3
We were
brothers.
accomplices in murder before the day we were even born. So, it was you and I, 2 fertilized eggs with exactly the same DNA. But they weren't finished yet. They used me as a guinea pig to create a phenotype in which all of the dominant genes were expressed to create you.
I mean, the Clint Eastwood
I got all the
reference is perfect.
recessive genes.
Because
You
Revolver
took
Ocelot
everything
is a
from me
stand-in
before
for
I
Lee
was
Van
even
Cleef,
born.
who was in a lot of Clint Eastwood spaghetti
But
western movies.
You and I aren't his only children.
What?
The Genome Soldiers. They too are his progeny, carrying on his genetic legacy. But unlike us, they carry it digitally. With the completion of the Human Genome Project in the last
Oh,
century,
dude, I'm gonna
the
skip this
mysteries
part.
of humanity were laid bare.
Because they go into so much talk about
That's right.
cloning.
The genome soldiers that you've been killing right and left are our brothers with the same genes as ours.
The genome soldiers?
Man.
They are misshapen creatures, artificially produced from Father's genetic pattern. They are our blood brothers, and they were born of many an ultimate sacrifice.
Sacrifices?
Human experiments. Huh? 1991. The Gulf War.
Dude, this is ridiculous. After you just beat like Metal Gear, you sit down and this guy gives you a history lesson.
The syndrome that hundreds of thousands of returning soldiers complained about was a side effect of it.
Ha! Everyone knows that the Gulf War syndrome was caused by exposure to pesticides and radiation from depleted uranium rounds.
That was just a cover story issued by the Pentagon. First, they tried to say it was post-traumatic stress disorder, then chemical or biological weapons. The poison gas detection units.
So the genome soldiers mean that the experiments were a success?
Success? Don't be a fool. They're a complete failure. We're on the verge of extinction.
What?
Have you ever heard of the asymmetry theory?
So basically what he's going to yap on about is Big Boss's DNA was used to create these soldiers,
those species which have gone
enhance
extinct
them,
all show signs of symmetry.
and
The
they're just
genome
struggling
soldiers
because they're
suffer from the
clones,
same
they're not
problem,
real
signs of
children.
symmetry. So do I, as do you.
So Clint Eastwood and evil Clint
That's
Eastwood are going
right.
to do battle.
We are all on the verge of death at the genetic level. We don't know when or what type of disease will occur. That's why we need the old man's genetic information.
You want Big Boss's DNA so you can save your family? It's very touching.
In nature, family members don't mate with each other, and yet they help each other to survive. Do you know why? Because it increases the chances that shared genes will be transmitted to future generations. Altruism among blood relatives is a response to natural selection. That we will help our blood relatives is inscribed in our very genes.
You're telling me that your genes are ordering you to save the genome soldiers?
You can't fight your genes. It's fate. All living things are born for the sole purpose of passing on their parents' genes. That's why I'll follow what my genes tell me. And then, I'm going to go beyond, in order
He would
to
bring
break
up
the
the
curse
dead
of
internet
my
theory.
heritage.
Honestly,
To
yeah.
do that, first, I will kill you.
So he goes on all this whole thing about saving family, but then he wants to kill
behind
you.
you.
It just... this is Kojima just writing his poetry. And Death Stranding is full of this kind of stuff. Full of it. Full display.
Is she alive?
I'm not sure. She was alive a few hours ago. Poor girl kept calling your name.
Meryl.
Stupid woman. Falling in love with a man who doesn't even have a name?
I have a name.
No. We have no past, no future. If we did, our fate is nothing but what is determined in the genes we inherited from our father.
Let Meryl go.
As soon as we finished our business, we're almost out of time.
You're talking about Fox Die.
No. It seems now that the Pentagon knows that Metal Gear is destroyed. They've arrived at a decision. They won't even need a BDA. If you want the details, why don't you ask your precious Colonel Campbell?
Colonel, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm listening.
What is the Pentagon trying to do? Colonel, answer me.
The Secretary of Defense has taken over active control of this operation. He's on his way there by AWACS.
What for?
To bomb the place.
What?
Not only that, B-2 bombers just lifted off from Galena Air Force Base. They're carrying B-6113 surface-piercing tactical nuclear bombs.
What? Metal Gear is destroyed. Tell the Secretary of Defense.
The Secretary of Defense heard that Naomi double-crossed us, and he's worried about Fox Die. Now that there's no more danger of a nuclear strike from Metal Gear, he's going to do whatever's necessary to cover up the truth of what really happened here.
He's going to drop a nuclear bomb to vaporize all the evidence, along with anyone who knows anything.
Don't worry, Snake. I'll stop the nuclear strike.
How?
I may be only a figurehead here, but I'm still officially in command of this mission. If I issue an order to delay the strike, it'll confuse the chain of command, and at least buy you some time. It'll give you a chance to escape.
But Colonel, if you do that...
It's okay, Snake. The truth is, Foxhound was already the subject of an undercover investigation. Merrill was transferred to this base.
I know, chicken noodle soup actually came through.
Me.
Those bastards.
I'm sorry. They forced me to cooperate in exchange for her life. You'd better get out of there, Snake.
Are you sure? It'll be bad for you.
Don't worry. It's the least I can do for you after all the lies.
Colonel.
I'm ordering them to cancel the bombing run. After that, there's no turning back. Huh? What are you doing?
Snake!
Mei Ling, what happened to the Colonel?
I don't believe it!
What happened?
Snake, the Colonel!
Roy Campbell has been relieved of duty. This is the Secretary of Defense, Jim Hausman.
Put the Colonel back on.
He's been placed under arrest for leaking top-secret information and for the crime of high treason.
Ridiculous.
Jim Hausman
Yes,
looks like Big Boss.
He is a ridiculous man.
I said it.
He truly believed that he was in command of this operation.
You bastard.
There won't be a speck of evidence left. I'm sure the President would want the same thing.
The President ordered this?
The President is a busy man. I have complete authority here.
How do you plan on explaining a nuclear attack on Alaska to the media?
Don't worry. We've prepared a convincing cover story. We'll simply say that the terrorists exploded a nuclear device.
Damn it! You'll be murdering everyone here. The scientists, the Genome Army, everyone.
Donald, the DARPA chief, is already dead.
So you didn't mean to kill the DARPA chief after all.
He was my friend.
And you could care less about what happens to everybody else, huh?
Well, if you give me the optic disc, I might consider saving them.
What are you talking about?
Metal Gear's test data. Donald was supposed to bring it back.
I don't have it.
I see. Oh well, that's okay. You two are an embarrassment from the 1970s. Our country's dirty little secret. You can't be allowed to live. You're just the lingering ghosts of a system that is no more. Well, do try to get along in the time you have left before the bomb.
Oh, there's no way out for us. Let's finish this before the airstrike. You stole everything from me. I shall nullify you and your genes, and I will take them all back. She'll make a beautiful sacrifice for our final battle. Do you see this? This will be the time limit for our final battle. When death comes for this girl, this nuclear module shall vanish from this world as well. If you win, you might still be able to save her. You could enjoy one brief moment of love.
Oh, Boogeyman, there's like only like an hour of gameplay in this game. I'm kidding. honestly, it's a realistically 3-hour gameplay, and it feels like 4 hours of like exposition. But this is the same as the original.
You'll fall. At this height, it'll kill even you.
So when people are like, "Oh, Metal Gear 1 is so sick, they should remake it. It's so serious. Twin Snakes made it anime." Honestly, if it wasn't for these cinematics, Metal Gear 1 would be just terrible. These cinematics and this over-the-top stuff made it easily digestible. When we play the original PSN version, you'll see it's like the same amount of exposition and just nothing. And of course, keep in mind, this is a game with bones of a 1998 game. Ooh, I got his attack. Oh. But good drum and bass.
Is that all you?
I do like the blood that comes out when you punch it. Oof.
You're out of time.
That's it, he's done. Oh, I thought I had it. No, GameCube version is also 2 discs. This is cool. I believe it's either really funny or really cool that they're doing the same moves. I believe Arrested Development did the same thing. Yeah, it's 2 discs, but even the PlayStation 1, imagine all of this dialogue, but the models are just like janky looking. At least this one has the gall to go anime. A little crazy. Uppercut.
Snake!
I'm gonna start skipping all dialogue after this. So I didn't submit to the torture, so Meryl does live.
Meryl. Meryl.
Or is she dead? Oh no, she's alive.
Snake? Is that you? Snake, you're alive. Thank God.
Meryl. Meryl, are you okay?
Are you okay? Is that all you can say?
Woman, he just beat Metal Gear.
You must have been terrible.
He just
But it
beat
wasn't
Metal Gear,
that
and there's a
bad.
bomb right next
I
to you.
didn't give in to the torture.
Torture?
And things even worse than that. I was fighting too. Just like you.
Yes, Meryl, just like me, you took down Metal Gear and
You're a
Liquid.
strong woman.
Fighting them made me feel closer to you. I felt like you were there with me. It gave me the strength to go on.
Oh, it did, though. That's
But
true.
I was scared.
I'm sorry.
Don't say that. But it made me realize something. During all the pain and shame, there was one thing I was sure of. A single hope that I held on to. And that hope kept me alive. Snake, I wanted to see you again.
Meryl.
I don't remember. Did they actually kiss? No, they don't. Of course not.
That's my Kodak.
Sure.
Snake, it's me. It looks like you stopped Rex.
Otacon, good news. Meryl's okay.
All right. You saved her, man. Good job.
I got some bad news, too. We're about to be bombed.
Oh, boy. I guess we're considered expendable.
Is there a way out of here?
A way out? Yeah. You can take the loading tunnel to the surface. There's a parking garage right next to you. The tunnel leads from there to the surface.
The door in front?
No, it's a small entrance to the west.
I'm gonna skip this. Otacon's gonna make it out alive too. Don't worry. That's what he's saying.
Let's get the hell out of here.
What about him? Where is Otacon?
He's fighting right now. With his old self. To be the man he wants to be.
He's fighting for us too?
Yeah, and I don't want it to be in vain.
Me too.
I mean, this game is
Snake.
completely written by Kojima.
Meryl. It started.
Oh, from the surface.
I
Loading
must be
tunnel
heavy.
from the
Looks like we're not
surface.
gonna have a love scene after
That's
all.
what he said.
Looks that way. Too bad.
I should have caught that, man.
Let's get out of here.
Snake, it's freezing outside. You need some clothes.
Woman, clothes won't matter if we get bombed. He's gonna find his shirt like strewn there. Yeah, there you go.
There's my sneaking suit.
Hurry up! Hurry!
And yet she has a vest. How did that happen? Sick.
Looking good, Snake.
I want to play the original PlayStation version and show you the stark differences. But in the original PlayStation version, if I get frustrated with the codec calls, I'm going to start forwarding them. This game has a lot of exposition. Like, this is why Kojima needs to be put in check.
Let me drive. Damn, a surveillance camera. Oh no, no key.
Alright.
Fire that machine gun with the weapon button. Shoot it, Snake!
Oh, finally. Mr. Video Game Kojima. Or is it the checkpoint we go to?
It's a checkpoint, Snake.
Here they come!
Never make it. Snake, shoot him! It's a checkpoint, Snake.
Here they come!
You'll never make it. Snake, shoot him!
Oh, there'll be plenty of bare feet soon.
Not yet, Snake!
This is cool stuff, right?
It's not over yet! Liquid!
He's just resilient, and that's why he's cool. And he loves to give a lot of money. This fight is actually challenging, more challenging than Metal Gear. Oh, you can shoot out the lights. That's pretty cool, man. Small details. There's no cooldown on the gun either. And the main theme playing in the background gives me goosebumps. Liquidated. He's annoying. I know, right?
Look, Snake, daylight!
Oh, he does get liquidated, dude. Snake does this bullet time. Superpower. Honestly, I'll take the over-the-top shit this game does with this iteration. The original is just not that great, man. People have misbehaved us. I need something stupid like him headbutting Liquid while the Jeeps are careening together. Oh yeah, that's Snake's most powerful attack. Fox die sneeze attack.
Meryl, are you okay? Damn.
Snake. Snake!
Fox? Die.
He could easily grab his leg or junk if he wanted to inflict pain, but I do like how he falls. Very theater film school way they teach you to sometimes fall.
If he's dead, that means...
Don't say it, Snake.
What happened to the air raid? No stealth bombers in sight.
I guess one codec call for clarity.
Snake, can you hear me?
Colonel!
Are you okay?
Colonel, what happened?
The Secretary of Defense has been arrested. Early retirement.
Arrested?
I was able to get into contact with the President. Metal Gear, the training exercise, all of it. It was all the Secretary of Defense acting alone.
Acting alone? What happened to the air raid and the nuclear strike?
The orders were rescinded. The F-117s and the B-2 bombers have returned to the base.
Okay, good. Thank you. He tells Naomi that his brother is said to keep on living.
Each person is born with their fate written into their own genetic code.
He asks Naomi how
into
much
their
time he has
genes.
to live, and she says
But
this.
that's not all there is to life. I finally realized that. I told you before, the reason that I was interested in genes and DNA. Because I wanted to know who I was, where I came from. I thought that if I analyzed my DNA, I could find out who I was, who my parents were. And I thought that if I knew that, then I'd know what path I should take in life. But I was wrong. I didn't find anything. I didn't learn anything. Just like with the genome soldiers, you can input all the genetic information, but that doesn't make them into the strongest soldiers. The most we can say about DNA is that its genetic information houses a person's strengths or destiny.
Doesn't house their
you mustn't allow
destiny.
yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live.
I think writing out with Otacon is the better ending,
Whether
honestly,
you've been
but Meryl
programmed or
shouldn't
not isn't
die
important.
canonically.
The important thing is that you choose life. And then live.
But the Otacon ending is kind of funny because they have them the ski things together.
Don't worry.
And the localization team was like,
choose
that
life
two
too.
guys holding each other on a
Until
you know,
today, I've always looked for a reason
ski
to
mobile
live.
is kind of not like And Kojua was like, no, that's what I want. I want that.
I'm going to just live.
There's a lot of funny stories about how this man is so uncompromising
Genes
in what he
exist
wants.
to pass down our hopes and dreams for the future through our children. Living is a link to what will come. All life is tethered to the future. Loving each other, teaching each new generation, then the world can change.
Bit of positive messages.
I finally realized it. The true meaning of life. Thank you, Snake.
Does Snake say his name in this ending?
I found this.
It's the unlimited ammo
as a
bandana.
reminder.
Of what? A reminder of a successful mission? Or a reminder of the first time we met?
A reminder of how to live.
Huh?
Until today, I've lived only for myself.
I think he says
My
his name.
survival instinct that tells me not to die. That's all the motive I've had in my life.
That's not just you. That's how everyone is.
I only felt truly alive when I was staring death in the face. I don't know. Maybe it's written into my genes.
What about now? What do your genes say about your future now?
Maybe it's time I live for someone else.
Someone else?
Yeah. Someone like you. Maybe that's the real way to live.
So, where to, Snake?
David. My name is David.
Whoa. Hey, Kate.
Okay, so where to, Dave?
I think it's time we look for a new path in life.
A new path?
A new purpose.
Will we find it?
We'll find it. I know we'll find it.
Hey, what are those?
Caribou. To the Aleutians, the caribou is a symbol of life. It'll be spring here soon.
The only time that animal's used in the game is in the ending.
Yeah. Spring brings new life to everything. It's a time for hope. I've lived here a long time, but Alaska has never looked more beautiful. The sky, the sea, the caribou, and most of all, you.
It's nice, isn't it? Being alive.
Come on. Let's enjoy life.
Yeah, he called him David. So, like, in the ending with Otacon's real name is Hal. So it's Hal and David, a tribute to 2001: A Space Odyssey. But it backfired because David Hayter is the voice of Solid Snake. So canonically, he named Solid Snake David, which is great. And nobody cares about his film influences in love. Again, great message. It's all about anti-nuclear proliferation, but way too much. There's a way to deliver these kinds of themes and messages in a more concise way. And because it's a Japanese game in 1998, this stuff comes out. Everybody's like, oh, this is so great. This is crazy. Because up until that point, games were not really necessarily story driven, or they were on PC. So like everybody that had a PC kind of was like, wow, this is interesting. Because it's written by a writer. And then localization and all this effort's putting in. Like I'm thinking of games like Sin and what other games? Even Half-Life is not well written. what I'm trying to say is the game is great, but the exposition is so crazy. And they get into these wordy dialogues. And then the fans of Metal Gear Solid are like, oh, I love the original. The original is great. And it's just like, no, you have the same elements that you have in Twin Snakes. A giant shaman who vanishes because ravens eat him at the end. You're facing a tank with grenades. Like, you have all these elements that don't necessarily make sense if it's a realistic game. A realistic game has its limits. Like, look at Splinter Cell. I say Splinter Cell plays it pretty realistic, and there are no set piece, crazy thematic anime style battles. Metal Gear is anime, and I think Twin Snakes is the best way to sell and package that game without rewriting everything, without remaking everything. And if they do remake this game, I think a tonal shift is necessary. It's absolutely necessary. With hey, Boogeyman knows. Boogeyman, I love, honestly, man, you know a lot of stuff. I know a lot of stuff. And again, it's because we grew up in that weird era, right? We grew up in a time where, like, PC games were really pushing stuff. And I don't know, like, you look at, like, even multiplayer games, right? How much they've evolved from Unreal tournaments up until this. Like, even games like Tribes, people don't talk about it, but if it wasn't for Tribes, you wouldn't have a lot of this, like, Titanfall, Halo. A lot of this stuff is coming from, like, an origin point where somebody decided, okay, this is the basis, and we're going to work on that. And, oh, man, talking about Sin. That scene with the chick. Sin was the first time I played a game where I was confused. I'm like, I hate and I love this game. It just, I don't know, man. It's just, it felt like the first time they got TNA stuff right in a game. For me, at that young age, I was like, they got this game right. Because there's so many weird things in that game, man. The villain is a woman, and it's just, I could go on and on. You don't know how much I love that game, but at the same time, it's like, I don't think it could be made today. I know. Same. And there's so many hidden moments, too, that you can run into, right? Anyways. I'm just smiling. If you don't know what we're talking about, look up Sin. Like, type in capital S, small I, capital N on PC, and you'll understand immediately. You'll get everything we're talking about. Yeah. I ran the game so many times just for her. Same. And again, I think the genius of that game is it compelled you to play. And she was not like, you know, your side assistant character or something. She was the villain. But somehow in my mind, my headcanon was like, I can change her. That's a wonderful game. It's wonderful. But yeah, to go on my rant, speedrunners and Sin. I mean, it was just, again, nobody will talk about it, right? People will give Half-Life its flowers, or people will talk about other PC games as like completely changing the landscape, like the original Battlefield. But it's games like Sin, which I personally feel like compelled or created a new breed of storytelling. And they were like this mix of like, hey, this is how we write cartoons. What if we wrote cartoons for adults? And that is what Metal Gear is. It's literally a cartoon, a soap opera for like teenagers and gamers. And the problem is, in order to refine this, we need to cut stuff, polish stuff off. And unfortunately, the original and Twin Snakes, There's a lot of exposition that they should have polished off. And I just wanted to get to this
You
ending.
mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes.
Not this part
Humans
where
can
you're looking at
choose
the
the type of
dogs'
life they want to
tails and
live.
nails.
Snake. Whether you've been programmed or not isn't important.
But again, Snake's a
important
musher,
thing
right?
is that you
He lives
choose
in
life.
the Alaskan
then-
wilderness.
Live.
This is the part.
Yes, sir. The entire unit was wiped out. Yes. Yes, sir. Thanks to the vaccine. Yes, those two are still alive. The Vector? Yes, sir. Fox Die should become activated soon. Right on schedule. Yes, sir. I recovered all of Rex's dummy warhead data. No, there are no other records. They've all been deleted from the base's computer. No, sir. My cover is intact. Nobody knows who I really am. Yes, the DARPA chief knew my identity, but he's been disposed of. Yes. Yes. Liquid is dead. The inferior one was the winner after all.
The inferior
That's right.
one?
Until the very end, Liquid thought he was the inferior one. Of course, the other one thinks so too. Yes, sir. I agree completely. It takes a well-balanced individual such as yourself to rule the world. Yes. Yes, sir. No, sir. No one knows that you were the third one.
Solidus.
What should I do about the woman? Yes, sir. I understand. The surveillance will continue. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Goodbye, Mr. President.
Da da da. Mr. President George Sears, aka Solidus Snake. Have you got Sin to stream? We know you can shoot. Boogeyman, if I could send donations your way, I honestly would for that comment. Honestly, no. But let me find a way to fix that. When Waterwash was here, we bought a lot of we looked for different games that we haven't had a chance to look for. So we bought some Dreamcast, some PlayStation original games. Sadly, no Fighting Force. But let me see if I can find Sin and be able to stream. I think it's a delightful game. Honestly, I think our audience will enjoy it. I know me and Boogeyman will. It's really delightful. It's really good. And it's just like, I don't know, it's just precursor to everything. Even DOA, Dead or Alive, the fighting games. Like, they managed to write a character that's equal parts attractive and like annoying. Like, you don't like her because she's a villain and you want to kill her, but at the same time, she's so she's like written so well and designed in such a way that you're like, oh man, but I don't really want to kill her. I'm gonna try and find out where to get Sin. And I think there was even a remake, which wasn't that great on PS4. But that's not what I'm interested in. I'm interested in the original PC. So I'm going to try and see if there were ports or something with Rising Sun. Rising Sun's really good with these kind of like different ports of games and see if we can play that. Fighting Force, absolutely. If I owe you anything, it's that game, and I'm hunting for that for at least PSX. PlayStation Original to get that. And with that, the biggest plot twist happened is Sin is a great game that we will play soon. Hopefully. Thank you, Waterwash. Thank you, Boogeyman, Kate, Surface. Wouldn't be fun without you guys. I really, really appreciate our community. Small, but I wouldn't want it. Like this, to know each people, know our stories. I love it. I truly do appreciate that. Um, I wouldn't want it any other way. This has been Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. It was a fantastically over exposition style game with crazy cinematics. I had a lot of fun. It made me rethink the game, and hopefully, when we stream with Rising Sun, the first one, and Water Washed, we don't know who's gonna stream it. The PlayStation 1 version, we'll see similarities, and we'll try to cut off the exposition because this was tolerable for me. I cannot tolerate the original one because there's no over the top stuff in it. Oh, really? Whoa! Fighting Force was on N64. Yes, it was. 4 PS copies, 2 for N64. It may be easier to track down the N64 one then. I'm going to meet up with Rising Sun tomorrow. We're going to do a little bit of post-shopping, post-madness shopping, because we really need to look for that. So I'm going to try to look for the N64. If we get the N64 version, then he's going to stream it. If we get the PlayStation version, I will. This sounds good. Again, look forward to our Metal Gear streams in addition to hopefully, fingers crossed, something to do with Fighting Force and Sin this year. If I can't find Sin, at the very least, I'm going to try and make a video of it to put up and just gush about how much I enjoyed that game. Thank you, everybody. Fighting Force being co-op would be awesome. Me and Rising Sun could do that. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Such a pleasure, such an honor. And glad to see everybody back in. Yeah, this was Metal Gear Solid, the Twin Snakes. I think one of the best retellings of the first Metal Gear. And we'll call it at that. Have a wonderful day, wonderful morning, wonderful afternoon, a great night. Thank you all. Much love. And we'll be seeing you very, very soon. Take care, guys. Good night.